This video is on sequences. You will definitely need to take notes during this video, so make sure you have paper on hand. Pause the video whenever necessary to catch up on your notes. Okay, the table to the left shows the number of pizza slices for different numbers of large pizzas ordered. For example, if you order 1 large pizza, you would get 8 slices. 2 large pizzas give you 16 slices. 3 large pizzas give you 24 slices, and so on. The number of slices in the table above is an example of a sequence. A sequence is a list of numbers in a specific order. So our sequence on the number of slices is 8, 16, 24, 32. It has to be in this order. You cannot rearrange the numbers. You can't rearrange the 16 and the 24 because then you would be saying that 2 large pizzas have 24 slices and 3 large pizzas have 16 slices, and that's not right. So it stays in a specific order. And then each number in the sequence is called a term of the sequence. 8 is a term, 16 is a term, 24 is a term, 32 is a term of the sequence, and so on. You could actually continue the sequence. You could add a 5th large pizza, and its number of slices would go here. Make sure you get all of this in your notes. You especially need to write this down, what I've circled. You need to write what a sequence is and what a term is. Again, if you need to pause the video to catch up, please do so. Okay, what is the pattern between the terms in this sequence? We talked about this yesterday and the day before. We talked about patterns, and we talked about finding the change or the growth in the pattern from 8 to 16 or 16 to 24, 24 to 32. What growth do you see? Hopefully you said that you see a growth of plus 8. Each term increases by 8 to get the next term. As we've learned working with patterns and manipulatives, we can use these patterns to formulate algebraic expressions or rules of a sequence. These rules allow us to find multiple term values. So looking at our Pizza Palace table again, if we wanted to know how many slices of pizza we would have, how many total slices of pizza if we ordered 20 pizzas, then we could use our algebraic rule to help find that. There are several ways of showing sequences. One way is to list the terms of the sequence. Another way is to show them in a table. We have a horizontal table and we have a vertical table. Then a third way is with an algebraic expression. Using an algebraic expression, we can come up and create a table of our own or a list of our own. There's also coordinate graphing, graphs, which I don't have here, but you can also use a graph, the points on a graph, to create a table or a list. Today we're going to be working with finding algebraic expressions from tables, from sequences that are in a table. Before we actually find the algebraic expression or rule for this sequence, let's go ahead and talk about the table itself. If you'll notice, there are 2 rows in our table. There's the position and there's the value of term. Okay, the value of term represents the actual sequence, the terms in the sequence. So if we were to list our sequence, we would have 3, 6, 9, 12. Those are the terms. There are other words that we use, other terminology we use to mean the value of the term. You might hear the y or y value. And we say y or y value because this value is what's graphed on the y-axis. You might also hear the term output. What is the output value? The top position row, the position represents where in the sequence you'll find this term. What position is it in? So the 3 will be the first term in the sequence. The 6 will be the second term in the sequence. The 9 will be the third position in the sequence. The 12th will be the fourth term or the fourth position in the sequence. Other terms used for position: in, the variable in algebra we use variables or letters to represent different amounts, unknown amounts. It can vary. So you might hear in, you might hear it called the x value. On the coordinate graph, the position is what's graphed on the x-axis, so that's why you might hear x or x value. Or the input, meaning if I input a position into my expression, then what output or value of the term would I get? Make sure that you have included in your notes this whole table along with the different terminology that can be used.